The Secret of Redwood National Forest. It was a calm morning in late summer when four friends started their journey into the Redwood National Forest. They were all part of a small team, working on a wildlife documentary. Their goal was to film wild lions and other animals that were recently brought from a nearby sanctuary. Their names were Emma, Alex, Ryan, and Sam. Emma was the journalist full of passion and curiosity. Alex was the cameraman, quiet and focused. Ryan and Sam were assistants, strong and experienced in forest work. They were all excited for the adventure and to capture the mystery of the great redwoods. When they reached deep into the forest, they were amazed by the tall trees, the cool air, and the sunlight falling through the branches. Everything felt peaceful and magical. They set up their camp, checked their cameras, and prepared for the shoot. That evening, they sat near a small fire talking and eating. Ryan told stories about people getting lost in the forest. Sam said some of those stories were true. He said that this forest keeps secrets, and once it accepts someone, it never lets them go. Emma smiled and said that she was not afraid. She said the only thing to fear is the truth that people hide. Everyone laughed, but no one knew how real those words would soon become. The next morning, they divided into two jeeps. Emma and Alex went together while Ryan and Sam went in. The second, they decided to meet again at a river point around noon for lunch. Emma and Alex drove off into the misty part of the forest looking for lions to film. The forest was quiet and beautiful. They stopped several times to record the sound of birds and flowing water. Ryan and Sam drove in another direction to set up camera traps for night shots. Everything seemed fine until noon arrived. Ryan and Sam reached the river point. First, they parked their jeep near the water and waited for the others. After a while, they saw Emma and Alex's jeep already there. The doors were open, and the camera bags were lying on the ground, but Emma and Alex were missing. They called their names several times, but no one answered. The forest was silent, only the wind and the river made sound. Then Sam noticed something shiny near the bushes. It was a camera. They picked it up and turned it on. The last clip showed Emma filming the forest. Then a sudden movement, a short scream, and the camera fell to the ground before the video ended. Fear started to rise inside them. They followed the direction shown in the video and soon found Emma lying on the ground, motionless. Alex was standing nearby, his face pale and empty. He whispered that it was an accident, that she slipped and hit her head. They tried to revive her, but she was gone. No one could believe what had happened. Emma was dead. Ryan said they should call for help right away, but Sam stopped him. He said if they told the police, their careers would be finished. They would be blamed for negligence, and their families would suffer. He said no one would believe it was an accident. Alex was in shock and said nothing. Ryan hesitated and then made the worst decision of his life. They agreed to hide the truth. They buried Emma deep in the forest near the old riverbed and erased every trace of what happened. Then they returned to the camp and told everyone that Emma had gone missing while filming. They pretended to be heartbroken and helped the rescue team search for her body for days, but nothing was found. The forest kept its silence. Weeks passed, but none of the three men could live in peace. Alex started having nightmares. He said he heard Emma's voice calling his name whenever the wind blew. Ryan drank every night trying to forget. Sam became silent and angry all the time. The secret was heavy, and it grew heavier with every day. They thought the truth was buried forever, but the forest had its own plan. One day, a hiker walking near the river point found something strange under the leaves. It was a half-buried camera covered in mud. He gave it to the local authorities. The police cleaned the camera and recovered the video files. The footage clearly showed Emma filming near the river, suddenly slipping and falling, but then in the reflection of the water, a shadow of a man was seen behind her. It was Ryan. The evidence was enough to reopen the case. When the police questioned them all, three men tried to deny it, but their faces told the story. Alex broke down first and confessed. He said they were afraid and chose to hide the truth instead of doing what was right. He said they buried her body and swore never to tell anyone. Ryan and Sam were silent, but the truth was already out. The police found the place where they buried her remains, and all 3 men were arrested. The whole country was shocked. The court declared that even though the death was accidental, their act of hiding the body and lying to the authorities was a serious crime against humanity. The judge said they killed the truth and let an innocent woman die twice, once in the forest and once in silence. The final judgment came. All 3 men were sentenced to death. The courtroom was silent as their punishment was read. The world outside called it the curse of Redwood. National Forest people said the forest had taken justice into its own hands and revealed the secret it once kept. Now people who visit the same forest say that sometimes, near the river point when the wind moves through the tall trees, you can hear a soft whisper. It sounds like a woman speaking. The words are faint but clear. The truth never stays buried forever.